folks.
Are we frozen?
Yeah, we're frozen. Look at Amanda there. Amanda's really in deep thought. Look at. We'll get that fixed up.
Oh no. Am I making the sideways loser sign?
We'll get that fixed up. That's awesome.
That's the second time that's happened to us now.
Yeah. Seems to be only when we use this particular device, though.
Yeah. I know, it's still light out. I was just saying that before the show. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That is a sweet pose.
Yeah, I like it. But you know,
yeah, we did get freezing rain. It froze our video.
I mean, at least you can hear us, right?
Hopefully.
That's the main thing.
And it wasn't my fault this time. I didn't touch it.
No. But, you know, so how's everyone doing? That's the main thing.
Let's talk about who's here. We got a lot of people here already. We have Learning Curve Acres. We have McCoy's Oak Hill Farm. We have Start From Seed. We have Bearded Giant. We have Thrifty VG. I know I saw Dave from Oak Knob in there. Bearded Giant's mom. We also have Making Sawdust in here. Leanna is snowed in.
Snowed in?
For now we have crazy wind. The windstorm slash freezing rain and whatever last night knocked down a bunch of trees. Our power was out in the morning, which we're pretty used to now, so it was no problem. I think Dave's gonna do a camera switch up.
It's actually really dark here right now.
Yeah.
And we had a power outage this morning that we haven't been able to fix yet. So we're working on that.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. It has to be.
It has to be.
I mean, what else could it be?
I have no idea. Oh, that's the wood stove.
Yeah. Whoa! We're huge! We'll just bring that down a little bit. Tone things down just a bit.
Let's see if that works.
There
Can
we
people see
go.
us now? Woo! Wow, we're bright.
Yeah, that should be a little bit better. Yeah, we went from the sunburns that we had last week. Maybe that was 2 weeks ago. Not sure, but you know, now we've paled up. We're back to our Canadian complexion.
Yeah.
Canadian winters do this to you. We might be able to kind of there. If we turn that, yeah, a little bit like that. That's a little bit better.
We don't look like zombies now. Or vampires. You got the cam mic on.
Yeah, I think I just got it there.
One day we will start our chat and it will be working from the get-go. That'd be amazing.
Yeah, it would be.
We've had our faces swapped. We've had video cut out. 2 interesting poses from me now. I had to be careful what I do in front of the camera.
Yeah, you do. I'm just gonna pop these on for a minute, guys, just so I can get a good feel of what's going on. Amanda's gonna take over here. She's the responsible one.
Okay. I disagree, but... So, this week's shenanigans. So, our week, again, has been quite full of SERP stuff. And, work. And...
Syrup.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And, so that video on the start of a river, Dave went to check out some of his fishing holes to see if there were fish coming to say hi yet.
Yeah. And they're in. They didn't want to have anything to do with me. But they're starting to move in out of the lake, so that's a good thing. Dan's here. Chilling out. And never mind, I'll bring that up later.
We should be getting a smelt run soon. I keep on saying that, but
I don't know.
Are high.
Last year when I came through here, it was the beginning of May, and people were still just starting to dip for them, so...
Yeah. Well, people, are, I guess, are just really wanting them to come.
Yeah.
Because I keep on saying, anytime now, anytime now. One of my friends was saying maybe this weekend they would look into going to Harmony. So.
Yeah, well...
Who knows? We'll have to buy our net, though. We have to buy a special smelt net. We don't have one of those. We had one of those.
Mm-hmm.
Not anymore.
Yeah, we did from the farm. Mm-hmm. My grandparents' farm, but not anymore.
Yeah, not anymore. Didn't make it in one of the moves. In one of our many, many moves. Yeah, so that was this week's shenanigans.
Yeah. To sum it up very quickly.
Well, you might have had more shenanigans than me, but mine's pretty go to work, come home, make dinner.
Where did you go smelting, Marcy?
1997.
Yeah, where would that have been? I used to go with my dad up around like Collingwood in that area. I guess that's down from here now, but Doug and Wendy are here. They've probably been here for a while and I just wasn't paying attention. So we should probably just jump into the main news and stuff like that, I think.
Okay.
Don't you think?
So this week's videos?
This week's videos?
This week's videos.
Did you guys get tuned into this week's videos?
We were productive this week. We had 3 videos.
3 videos, but I mean, one of them did come out last week. So...
But this live stream week.
Yes, but inside of this live stream week is when it came out. So we'll just get going with them right away. And we're going to start off with the frozen sap debate. Because, I mean, really? People that are throwing their sap away? Come on, guys. Let's be realistic here, okay? When we were kids, anyone who makes maple syrup or has been for a while, one of the treats when you were a kid was out in the sugar bush and you would pull the icicle off the spile and it was sweet.
And then we showed you how we make Canadian sugar from that said maple syrup. It's quite a simple process. And yeah, and you get more sugar than you have syrup. And
then just finishing it up. This is how we finish our syrup. Now you can obviously, I mean, these are extremely fast. We work very quickly.
Yeah.
So.
We slowed the video down for the actual videos though.
Yeah, but this is real time here.
Yeah,
this is how quickly we work here. Mm-hmm. So. There you go.
Yay!
That was this week's videos. All maple syrup related because that is the time of year. And when you're buried in snow, you're in the north, you can't get to your garden, you can't start building anything. So what do you do? What do you do, Amanda? What do you do? Well, Amanda has other things to do, but I make maple syrup. Mm-hmm. And last year was a bust when we were in Manitoba. It was actually, I'm sure Amanda could tell my depressive state with the inability to actually produce maple syrup.
Well, I made Manitoba maple syrup last year.
I did, yeah. And Jason actually, Start From Seed, just finished a small batch of that stuff. So
he said it was 38-1, which he attributes to throwing away some of his frozen sap.
Yeah, quite possibly, but also didn't quite get up to that 104 temp. That 103 to 104, you're still gonna say goodbye to quite a bit of water there. But doesn't matter. You're still hammering out maple syrup. That's what matters right there.
I've been inside too much, Donnie. That's why I'm looking so white. Yeah, I have less of a tan now. This weekend I'll get out again. It's been raining and snowing and ice raining.
Yeah.
And I think it's also the lighting.
Yeah. Last night was a pretty wicked storm that we got freezing rain thanks to, I think, in particular, Leanna sent it up this way. I can't blame Bob now because he's not he's not in that zone right now. But luckily for us, it was only freezing rain. We did lose power by the Algoma power outage map. It looks like it went out about 3 a.m. Came back on around 10 a.m. in around there.
9. Yeah. So we're used to that now, though.
Yeah, we are.
We're good.
I woke up, plugged in the battery bank into what we have for router and modem and all that stuff, and boom, it was like nothing ever happened.
Yeah. And I learned how to...
Oh, it could have been you too, Kathy. I forgot that you're over in that area too.
And I learned how to deal with your well pump when it loses pressure.
Yes.
That was a fun experiment.
Yeah, repriming the pump.
Repriming it. So that was good. Adding in... Get that going. Because we used the water when the power was out.
Yeah. But, live and learn.
Yeah.
No damage done.
No damage done.
Although we did notice that the sediment filter on the water line down there is looking pretty brown.
Yeah, it was good that we went down there, so we saw that. It's in our crawl space, so it's not somewhere you go too often.
No, especially when it's kind of snowed in.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we couldn't get under our house for a while. I had to dig it out. When did I dig that out? I don't know. I had to dig it out when we had to get something that we had stored under there.
Probably something maple syrup related.
Probably.
You had to get.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had some trees knocked over. Luckily, none of our maple trees that we have tapped.
No,
a little bit of
a
carnage.
couple very close by, yeah, I mean, we got lucky with that. It's not like it really would have mattered. I mean,
no.
It's only really the tops of the trees that came down, and it was actually...
It would just start gushing.
Yeah.
Sap just everywhere.
Oh,
like an oil...
What do they call those? Geysers.
Like a geyser.
A sap geyser.
A sap geyser.
Oh man, I'm going to have to go out and look tomorrow, see if we have any sap geysers. It could be, it could very well happen.
Yeah,
it's
if
like,
you break a twig, you'll get sap dripping out of that.
Sap starts dripping out, so...
They go to the spot of the lowest pressure, so... Interesting.
Yeah.
We should go look. But what about the comment of the week, Dave?
Comment of the week? We're jumping there already, eh?
Oh, can we?
Well...
So long. So this is related to maple syrup, obviously.
It is definitely related to maple syrup.
Because all of our videos were about maple syrup this week.
And in particular, maple sugar. And this one comes from Jay at Almost Homestead.
Which I don't think is here yet.
No, he's not. But he generally pops in once in a while. So, this is a guy in a beaver coat. Right here. And I don't know if people knew. But... this past weekend, right here, do you see this? We celebrated International Beaver Day. Now, for you guys out there that did not celebrate International Beaver Day, I know Andrew did, the Bearded Giant, because he sent me a message. Shame on you if you did not celebrate International Beaver Day. But let's get back to comment of the week.
Okay, so yeah, Almost Homestead, who was on the sugar making video, and he was accusing us of doing some mystical voodoo magic, and that he's super jealous because he didn't get any of his own maple syrup this year. We've had a few people have told us that they've tapped, and we're not so lucky in terms of syrup production.
Yeah. A few folks apparently tapped the wrong trees. So, I mean, something to think about. Make sure you know what trees you're tapping. That's a big aspect of making maple syrup. The beavers know. The beavers know what trees to tap.
The beavers know.
They do.
Oh.
Absolutely. They don't go around and cut down maple trees. They know that those trees need to be tapped. So.
Yeah, they prefer like ash and
aspen.
Aspen.
Yes, Sean James did show eating beaver tail. There's a few of them. Another one is the wooded beardsman. He's got a pretty cool channel too. Also eats beaver tail and everything. Eats everything you can imagine.
And if you're having some vanilla flavoring, that might have come from a beaver.
Yep.
If it's high end.
Yep. Why don't you explain a little bit about that? A lot of folks don't know, like, vanilla
Raspberry.
and raspberry flavoring comes from the beaver's
Castor gland.
castoreum.
It's called castoreum, but it's a castor gland.
Yes.
But, so it's near the butt.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably not going to be...
close the dampers a bit on the stove.
It's probably not going to be in any of the food that you eat that has vanilla or raspberry flavoring, because it's very expensive to obtain. But when beavers were more readily harvested for their pelts, it was a more common flavoring used in foods and drinks.
Yeah.
Yep. The castor gland. Natural flavor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So your, let's say, synthetic vanilla little canister jar things that you get, that comes from a beaver's butthole.
Very unlikely.
Very unlikely, says the scientist.
It's expensive. Why would you do that if you could?
Because of the way that you can dilute it. Yes.
But, yes, it is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is actually a thing. And don't put vanilla in your...
There you go, Sam. Exactly. Raspberry. That's right. I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of Googling going on after this live stream about...
Who discovered that? I don't know.
I think probably Jason, someone, you know, way back in the old days of beaver trapping, probably when they were skinning the
Some
beaver.
juices came out.
Yeah, some
and they're
juices came out.
Ooh, I know that just came out near the butt, but that smells amazing.
Yeah.
I'm going to taste that.
Because that's what they leave for, like, scent when they're in the mating season. It's from the male beavers. And they just leave that nice little vanilla.
It's like perfume.
That's how I managed to pick up Amanda.
You rubbed beaver castoreum all over you?
Yes. It worked.
It's true.
Yep, it worked. What can I say? So all you single guys out there,
There you go. It works better than Axe body spray.
find yourself a beaver.
It's ass body spray. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
Okay, family
We should
friendly.
probably move on here. We did have the comment of the week, but we did have another pretty cool...
Social media experience.
Yeah, and so a year ago or so, maybe a little more, maybe a little less, one of the channels that we were really hanging out with and interacting with is Northeast Homestead. Now, they tune in once in a while to our live shows. They watch quite often our videos and stuff and leave comments. They are from, I'm going to say New Hampshire, but it might be Massachusetts. But they watched the maple sugar video, or Amanda. Now, the other weird thing is that this particular YouTube channel is also Dave and Amanda. So that, anyways, it's our American counterparts.
Called us out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm not showing the picture. There's two pictures in the second one, and she got maple sugar, and then she also kept some not refined all the way down to granules as more like beads she said to use on her oatmeal.
Yeah.
So
basically just some of the chunks that she had, she didn't process through a coffee grinder and filter it, which, I mean...
Why not?
Yeah, the bigger chunks, I'm guilty of just eating them, really.
It's like candy. I'm guilty of licking my finger and
Yeah.
just eating the sugar.
Yeah. I've actually busted Amanda a couple times now, grabbing the jars over there and just...
Does the mic cut out? Are we back?
Yeah, we should be back now.
Where'd that happen?
It happened right when you started talking about those things that... Anyways, it's a good thing that was censored. So, quiet time. We're going to have some quiet time. I know.
But we're back?
Yeah.
Okay. Dave knows all these things. I'm just kind of here.
Yeah. I can see on the little, you know, what it is with OBS. OBS is wonky.
So you might have noticed a lack of flashing logo. We've decided on Wilderstead.
Yes, we have. And Wilderstead in particular. No one here is named Gene. Okay?
Nope.
We are not a Wilderstead.
We are kind of wild, though.
We are kind of wild, but no one here is named Gene. And we are a wilderness homestead.
Kathy, we don't have a food processor. We kind of do with my hand grinder thing. So we just use the coffee grinder because what we had. But you could probably use a food processor for those bigger chunks.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, totally. A blender, food processor.
We do have a food processor. We should have used that.
Yeah,
Just blenders.
I'm cool with the coffee grinder.
I mean, the coffee grinder is what we thought because it was
Yeah.
right there. But yeah, I have like a conversion kit for my emulsion blender thing. So.
But we did. What did we do? About a little over half a gallon. A little over 2 liters.
Yeah.
Which will, for the two of us here, I mean, for the amounts, aside from, you know, when we make wine and cider and beer and things like that, we won't be using that. But probably, I think that will last us the year for our just typical sugar usage.
Yeah.
We'll find out.
We don't put it in our coffee.
Yeah. It's used for bread, pizza crust. That's about it, really. I mean, the odd, like, teaspoon or tablespoon
Maybe
going
your
into cooked things, but...
cookie extravaganza at Christmas time
might
require more. But
yeah, it might.
I wonder what maple sugar cookies would taste like.
Oh, let's not even get into that. Come on.
We might not have any sugar cookies after this weekend. Or sugar after this weekend. Yeah. Yeah, so that should be good for us. We'll know. We'll learn if it's not.
Yeah.
But we're not going to sell that because I don't think people would really want to pay how much it costs. It would be worth.
Yeah, I mean, you'd be looking at... I was looking at... Okay, here.
Yeah.
Kathy,
$20 for 4 ounces.
4 ounces. So that would be $80 a pound. Wow. Okay, so, I mean... Because we've had messages and stuff on Facebook and Instagram and stuff wanting to buy the sugar, which, I mean, if we were to sell it at, even at like the cost of what that jar is of maple syrup and sell it as sugar, people are just going to be like, no, you guys are crazy. And it's like, no, we're not crazy. That's the cost of it. And it actually... in a different realm, reflects the actual cost of sugar, of white sugar and things like that. I mean, I come from a background of, I spent 15 or 20 years in the fair trade industry and visiting folks in producing countries in South America and things like that are producing coffee. And I don't want to go too far into this tonight, but I mean, the actual cost of producing these items that we all enjoy, in order for the producers to actually not just, like, in order for them to break even, is not even what we pay for these goods. So I'm just going to leave that alone for now because I don't want really are.
CB's Greenhouse and Garden are here.
Ah, CB!
And
Welcome,
Hidden
buddy.
Valley Homestead are here. Hello, thanks for joining us. It is better late than never. We're happy that you guys came. You missed some shenanigans.
Yeah, there were a couple shenanigans, but not too many.
No, we're good.
We were just talking about maple syrup, CB.
That's all that's on our mind right now.
Yeah. For another couple weeks, anyways.
Yeah, and then we can move on
Yep.
to birch syrup. I think I'm losing some teeth.
So what else have we got going on here?
We got the other videos that you took.
Yeah, there was that other one there, wasn't there? Mm-hmm. So things here have really started to thaw out, which is quite nice. Because, I mean, you know, most of you folks that have been following along realize that we've been under between 5 and 6 feet of snow here. Whether that be around the house or in the bush. You can hear the cat. He's...
Agreeing.
Yeah, he's totally agreeing with us. Things have started to melt. It's still pretty treacherous when we go out to get the sap and do the loops to get all the buckets and stuff.
Step, step, sink.
Yes.
Step,
And
sink.
yeah, it's almost like being a dancer or something when you're, or I don't know, but you have to be ready to go through because you'll be walking along on the crust and pew,
Yeah.
one leg will go through. But here's a little peek. Now this isn't really on our property, but this is around very, very close. It's, you know, within walking distance for the most part of the property here. So this is the Chippewa River and Chippewa Falls. Just up the road from us. Just starting to break up. I'm glad I got there today.
Dave took a field trip.
Yeah, I took a little field trip driving around. The power was out, so it was like, you know, do a little drive around.
Yep. Still a Chippewa. Caddis went too, but Dave didn't realize she had a leash in the car, so she didn't get to see it. We don't have a basement. We have a crawl space. It's pretty dry still.
Yeah, there's no moisture in the crawl space. So this now is the river that is pretty much flows through our backyard.
It's about 1 kilometer away.
Yeah. When there is not a few feet of snow in the bush, it's pretty easy to hike to. So that kind of in the middle-ish off to the left, that chunk of ice in the middle there, that is still about 3 feet thick.
That's the same river here.
Yeah.
Just different vantage point. We found a discarded moose carcass right about there last year.
Yeah.
And then that's Lake Superior.
And this is the view from our mailbox when we have to drive down to pick up our mail.
Yeah.
So you can't really complain, you know? I mean, yeah, we have to drive a little ways to go down to our mailbox and stuff, but
And this
man,
is a
when
very
you got this view,
Yeah. This is a very popular smelting spot, right where this river comes in. Chippy Wilder River.
it does freeze solid, Leanna, in the winter. All of those rivers just become a massive block of ice. So it's nice
Especially
to see
this winter.
those. Yeah, especially this winter. It's nice to see those opened up and running again. The smaller river that you saw there, I was fishing that. No luck.
Not catching.
Yeah, I was fishing, not catching.
But the rainbow trout should be coming in soon.
Yeah, yeah. They're definitely in the river now. I mean, it's just a matter of... The river was still a little bit dirty.
matter of them seeing your flies.
Yeah. And even like driving up the logging road to get up into there, like I had to stop because it was just from the logging trucks and stuff. There was no way I was going to carry on and get stuck in there.
There's some active logging near that one river, but it's not, it's higher up, but the road is it's pretty much what you use to access points on the river.
Yeah.
And it's also where massive maple syrup production just went in this year.
Yeah.
A little bit further, about 3 more kilometers.
And like 50,000 taps in there. Dunster, chill out. Okay? It's still winter. Even though it says spring, it's still winter.
It's spring.
Okay?
Spring is a season, not a weather.
Yes. That's right. Yeah, Leanna, a
Yes,
lot of the...
you need that tail.
The inland lakes and even the bay here on Lake Superior, I mean, we're still looking at 3 or 4 feet of ice on it. So it's nice to see the rivers opening up.
There's people out there ice fishing still.
Yeah.
How hot does it get there in the summer?
It gets up to like 30, maybe 35 on a really hot day.
Celsius.
What would that be? Like 110?
No.
No? 1,010. How
Yeah,
much?
that's probably it.
Yeah?
1,010.
I don't have my thermometer here.
No.
What would that be? 100?
You multiply it by 5/9.
Where's Kevin? Oh, John says almost everything is melted in southeastern Ontario.
Yeah.
But what would that... CB, I'm not sure, but about 35 Celsius is like the maximum sort of temperature that we'll hit here. I mean, if you factor in the humidity, it might get up to 40. But I'm not totally on the up and up. I know that 0 Celsius is 32 Fahrenheit.
It's 95 degrees Fahrenheit.
95. Okay. So hottest-ish it would get is like 95. Yeah. There you go. See? Jason's on the ball. Oh, CB's got a different number though.
Oh.
So you guys are going to have to duke that one out. CB's probably talking about 30 and Jason's talking about 95. I know, this is confusing, guys, isn't it? Man. This is why in all of our videos we go back and forth between Fahrenheit and Celsius.
Yeah. We cook with Fahrenheit and we measure air temperature in Celsius. And
fish length in Celsius, because 30 centimeters
in Celsius?
sounds... Yeah, in Celsius. 30 centimeters sounds a lot bigger than 12 inches as far as a fish goes, even though they're both like that big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we often do inches actually for fish. And for people's height, we do feet and inches. Not on your license though.
No.
That's in centimeters.
Yeah. Yeah, 30 is pretty cold, Andrew, I know. Yeah, okay. 30C is 86F. And yeah, so Jason was saying 95F is 35C. So no, you're right in the ballpark there, CB. Totally.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought more of our snow would melt with the rain that we've had for the last couple of days, but we still have quite a bit of snow.
Yeah.
All the areas that we had plowed down to like a thin layer, that's all mud now. Our driveway's clear now, which is nice. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We don't need to put the 4-wheel on to drive into our laneway.
Yeah, that's nice.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one tiny little patch left of ice out there.
Yeah, in the ever-shaded spot.
Yeah. Which I honestly figured when I was driving down there today, I figured that big tree would be down. But still standing.
Yeah, the woodpeckers are telling us it's coming down, but it hasn't yet. It's leaning not towards the road and the power lines, which is good. It's leaning towards trapping us in, which is preferable to then having to deal with hitting the road or any power lines. It's pretty tall. It's pretty far away from the road and power lines, but it's very tall.
Rooster King, Andrew Russell, welcome. Thanks for popping in, buddy.
Awesome, Donnie.
And Donnie, yes, awesome. Rooster King, Andrew Russell popped over from the Homesteading Discord channel.
Mm-hmm. Hello?
Which I think is somehow tied to the Reddit Homesteading or Homesteader channel. I am still learning how all of this works.
There's a little R in it in front of it.
Yeah, the r/.
The r/. We're starting to learn how to use Reddit to promote our videos. Some Reddit channels, they don't want you to promote your videos. Other ones want you to. And other ones, if you're an active member, they don't mind it if you do.
Yeah.
So
it's a touchy-feely. It's like walking on thin ice.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, as long as you have kind of a thick skin and you're playing around in Reddit, I guess you're alright. If you can take criticism or troll-like comments.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They've been pretty nice to me. I've been posting some pictures of my woodworking stuff in the woodworking channel, and I think because I'm a female, they've been pretty nice to me.
They're amping you up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Mm-hmm.
The foraging, no, the self-sufficiency room channel, whatever in there, loved your maple syrup or your maple sugar video.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good to be self-sufficient.
That's okay, Andrew.
You're doing it right, Andrew.
Yep, just chat along.
Chat. Give us any questions you want. We've gone through most of our planned content, so now it's kind of more of a free-for-all.
Mm-hmm.
Showed some videos that we did this week and other stuff. And now it's more just chatting with you guys, getting to know you better, you getting to know us better.
Yeah, and so just feel free to chat away with folks in the chat space there, Andrew. If you have any questions or anything for us, put them all in capitals. Makes it a little easier for us to see. And Jason, start that Canadian Homesteader subreddit thing. I'll join it.
This is 1 ounce of Neerup, 1 ounce of rum, and 2 ice cubes, and 4 dashes of bitters.
I don't know if anyone can see what you're talking about.
Homestead of the Huberts asked what I was drinking. It's very good.
Yeah.
It's got the spicy rum kind of side to it because of the bitters, and then the sweetness of the Neerup. Yeah.
And the coolness of the ice cubes.
And the coolness of the ice cubes, well, they're not ice anymore.
Man, we're up to so much syrup now. Tomorrow is going to be bottling day because it's supposed to be, judging by the radar, we're probably going to get like 4 or 5 inches of snow, and we'll probably drive into town in the morning and then get all of our errands taken care of and then come back out here and start bottling stuff up because we're like 30 liters, I think.
We have a lot.
Yeah.
How long did it actually take to make the sugar? Well, I tried to do it a quiet version with the handheld thing. Don't do that. That takes way too long.
Yeah, like a
but with the electric beater, so the cooking on the stove took about 10 minutes or longer, 20 minutes. It was boiling on the stove on high heat for probably about 20 minutes. And then as soon as it hit temperature, we took it off, and I think it turned to sugar pretty quickly.
Oh, within 2 minutes.
Within 2 minutes, and then it took a bit too, because of how small the coffee grinder is to finish it off. But yeah, the actual blending part doesn't take that long.
If you use the electric mixer
thing.
thing.
Do not use a hand mixer, do not use a spoon.
And so, like, with the batch sizes that we've been doing, most of those hand mixers have 2, whatever you would call those things, that fit into the mixer. We've only been using one.
I think we should have been using 2.
Well, I mean, look at it however you want. In the video and in every batch that we have made, we have only used one. And it has gone pretty smoothly. I watched a couple videos that were quite disastrous with using 2 because they basically fused together and just would no longer spin. So, I mean, you know.
Yeah, we've only used one because one of our little prongy things is kind of broken. So, beaters.
There you go, the beaters. Yeah. I was going to say whisks, but...
They look like whisks.
Yeah, they do kind of look like whisks, but not quite.
I agree. I think it's because you're putting air into it. That's why the volume increases. No.
Yeah, Doug and Wendy, no. I did when I was younger. I did actually own a motorcycle for a very short period of time, but I don't anymore. I have zero interest in them anymore for various reasons. So, yeah. I actually find them quite annoying most of the time. I mean, I do.
How loud they are?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, all your other stuff are loud.
Yeah.
Your ATV's loud. Snowmobile's loud.
Yeah.
We're probably going to get a snow machine. Is that this weekend? We'll find out.
I should actually. Yeah, I'll get in touch with him.
But
I mean, and that the motorbikes being annoying is just like a personal preference to me.
I had a boyfriend once that had one. It was very sexy.
Was it? Mm-hmm. I'm getting a motorcycle. Woo!
Bearded Giant, you like motorcycles? I would never have guessed that for you.
No?
Sarcasm.
Oh. You need to make your face into a sarcasm emoji.
Was that like a wink?
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Dirtbag try to kill you. They have a mind of their own. Mind of their own.
Yeah, like even, I don't know, I guess it's kind of because like, even my quad I don't really use as like a...
recreational.
Yeah, it's not like I'm going out for a rip on it. Although, I mean, I'm not saying at some point I won't go out for a rip, but it's more of a utility vehicle.
Mm-hmm. I don't like going really fast on things where I'm not protected, so I tend to stray away. Like even when we're going not that quick on the snow machine, I get scared, so I just imagine myself flying off of it. I like to be in control.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I want a 100-foot greenhouse. Where'd that come up?
Yeah.
That'd be nice. That'd be better than a motorcycle?
You have at least 100 feet worth of greenhouses, CB. Seriously? Man, CB has some of the most epic greenhouses going on. Straw bale setups, hydro setups. If folks haven't checked his channel out, get over there and check it out, because if you guys want some learning tips for just setting up straw bale stuff in greenhouses, hydro stuff in greenhouses, awesome tutorials he's got going on over there. Jason, I'm not sure if you've tuned in over onto his channel at all yet, but you should definitely check it out. I mean, he's way south of us, but man, the stuff that I pick up off CB is awesome. Dunster, it's still winter out there.
Our friend just picked up downriggers, Dave. That should be fun. I also don't like it when Dave downrigs.
No, Tyler at Stuff and Such never got a notification.
Ah.
That sucks. But you're tuned in now. Dunster, chill out, man. Come here. Do you want to say hi? Do you want to be on camera or something?
know what she wants. She has food. She probably wants to go outside. And then she'll want inside.
I just noticed Mom is here.
Yeah.
Bearded Giant's mom.
Welcome.
She's probably been here all along and I didn't even notice. I apologize, Mom. Sorry about that.
Yeah. You need a bigger pump in your pepper house.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Check out, I mean, anyways.
We have a lot of building this year. If
Oh,
we're
yeah.
going to come close to doing anything that we said we wanted to do this year. Wallapini.
Yeah, the Wallapini area is actually thawed now. I was going to get a little bit of video to show you guys tonight, but I never ended. I spent too much time down at the rivers and the lake today.
Excusable. It's kind of thawed. I don't think you could dig it.
No, you'd get like 4 inches in there or something like
But you
that.
can see it. You can see the peaks.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bye, Kathy.
See you, Kathy.
There you go. I said hello to her at the beginning.
Oh, sorry, Virginia. I didn't catch that part. I was probably had my headphones on and was trying to make us appear. Okay. Are you folks flooded with sap also? We had 800 liters yesterday and 600 liters today going day and night. We are not up at those levels, Tyler, but yeah, we're flooded with sap. Like, what I've got in the bush now would fill the saperator up probably 4 times. So I got to do, hopefully tonight things freeze so that I can get out and do a proper collection. And so I'm not falling through the snow. And I also like to collect the sap when it's frozen. Just easier to transport.
And then he throws the frozen stuff away.
Yeah, right. But, man, that's awesome. Have you got... Because I was watching you setting up the new rig for, like, balancing your sap lines and stuff. That was pretty interesting. Because we do all buckets here, right? So, the sap line... That's new to me, so I'll be interested to see what comes out. You know, what if you get some videos done of running that stuff.
Yeah. I don't want a maze of lines through the forest, but it might be cool to do a couple just straight shooter lines next year.
Okay, I'm going to let Dunster out.
Okay.
Come on, buddy.
Yeah, it's the frost is pretty high up in the soil. That's why we have to wait a bit still to do the birch. The roots need to melt for the birch to work. So we have 10 minutes left. We're nearing the end of our live stream here. You were ice fishing yesterday. 37 inches of ice.
Oh, crazy, Paul.
That's almost a meter.
Do you guys have any fruit trees there? I'm wanting to plant some this year. Not sure what kind yet. Andrew, we do. We haven't planted them yet, but
No.
we did pick up at the nursery here a dozen or so apple trees, highly discounted last fall. Now, in Manitoba, when we were out there, the property that we bought had 3 proper apple trees and one crabapple ornamental weird tree on the property. They did do well. I cannot give you the names or the varieties though, because they were already planted when we bought the property. I'm not sure what they were. The one tree did resemble Macintosh, but I mean, we got, let me think, we got about 25 liters of cider and about 8 liters of apple cider vinegar out of what we harvested off those couple trees, and they were only like 6 feet tall. Very small trees.
One of them was like an established tree. The other two didn't do so well.
Yeah.
They were pretty small.
But if you go there's a nursery just west of Steinbach. I can't remember the name of it. But if you go down into Steinbach and then head west on, I think it's 52, shortly out of Steinbach, heading towards Winnipeg on 52, you'll find that nursery, and they're very helpful for... They actually only bring in fruit trees and stuff that are going to survive there. Like Home Depot and stuff like that in Winnipeg, we're bringing on all kinds of stuff, that perennials that were not going to survive in Winnipeg or in Manitoba. I'll try and remember to send you that nursery name over on the Discord channel.
So that kitty is a stray kitty that's somewhat adopted us. She lived outside for the first, I don't know, maybe year of her life. We don't know how old she is. And it's hard to keep her inside. Learning Curve Aches is worried about the coyotes.
Yeah, I'm not too... She's a wild cat.
Our other cat doesn't go outside, the one with 3 arms, because I feel like that would just be cruel, because she wouldn't be able to get away from anything.
Well, it's not like he likes to go outside anyways. I mean...
She tries sometimes, but she just wants to chew on the grass, which I bought some cat grass for her inside, so she doesn't want to go outside as much anymore, so it's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, do you have anything left that you wanted to chat about? I think we're got a sugar high right now.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Too much sugar. My face is getting red.
Is it? You're getting sunburned again.
Getting sunburned.
Yeah.
Getting burnt from the computer screens.
It's the LED lights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's from my 1 ounce of rum.
It could be, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we've done the running the tube to a bucket before. It's nice because then you give a bigger bucket, keep it in the snow, and it's not hanging on a tree.
Yeah.
We just had a lot of the other kind of buckets this year, so we decided to go with the hanging on the tree buckets. But
that, and also, I mean, our trees are like...
They're skinny.
Yeah, they're not... There are 2 that I've found, 2 massive, like, 2 people to hug maples here. And our sugar shack is going to go beside one of them. But, I mean, it's really... these are all one-tap trees here. So.
Yeah, they're dinner plates. That's about it. So they don't get it. They don't really. They fill the. Sometimes they'll fill the bucket.
Yeah, but even, I mean, to that extent, with the amount of travel time that we have to do to collect sap, we have to go out like a couple times a day, because otherwise you get to the very, very back taps and you got your 5-gallon pail with you, and if you're letting those taps, those buckets out there fill up all the way to the top, they're 2-gallon buckets. So really, I mean, you got 2 of those buckets emptied into your big 5-gallon bucket, and it's time to walk back.
To try to walk back.
Yeah, try to walk back.
Without spilling any, because it's falling through.
Yeah, and because, I mean, we have like 60 buckets out, so...
You think it's 60?
It's between 50 and 60. I mean...
A lot.
Yeah. All the taps are out, which was 55, plus the few that we accumulated and found, so...
We just found an old bucket that they had used. It looks like an old, like, really large plastic apple juice jug, maybe? But we saw it under a tree, just thought it was like a glass jar, maybe some garbage, and Dave found that it has like a hole drilled in it, so it's one of their old tapping ones. So next year we're going to put out one of the taps we found in that bucket together as our first.
See you, CB. Have a good night, buddy. Say hi to Renee and Tabitha.
Thanks for stopping by. We do have a little bit of a slope.
Yep.
So we could create some vacuum.
Oh, okay. We got to be quiet now. Kevin's tuning in. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, we'll have to finish that story later about
Yeah.
Kevin.
Yeah, we'll finish that one up later. But I mean,
We did mention him earlier. Oh, we were trying to convert Fahrenheit and Celsius, so we need your help there. You let us down.
if you want to learn more about the inner workings of the Pirate of the Prairies, head over to either the Making Sawdust channel or Hope This Works channel, and you will get all of the details that you need. We probably went a little bit too in depth into the details tonight, but you know, that's okay.
Yeah. No problem, learning curve.
Yeah, have a good night, Marcy. I'm taking care of those little tomato plants that we managed to get sprouted.
Yep.
Looking forward to growing those.
Lots of black tomatoes, which we still have to send to Sweet Iris. And you have seeds to send to Jason.
Yes, those are going out Monday.
Are they?
April 20th arrival. 420.
And what other seeds we're going to send? Is that all the seeds we're sending? That might be it. Canada was easy to send because I just knew I could just put a stamp on it and go. All these other, well, Jason's Canada, but it's heavier. And then Sweet Iris is American, which I need to get a proper postage for that.
Sweet Iris has kind of disappeared from YouTube land and stuff, though. I'm gonna
I see
actually
her
send.
sometimes on the Self-Reliant Roadshow.
Yeah, she pops in. I'm gonna send her an email and just see what's up.
Maybe she's just sad you haven't sent her the black tomatoes yet.
That was your deal, not mine.
Yeah. Maybe.
Okay, 2 minutes left.
Okay.
Joe, Youngblood, good to see you, man. Yeah, we are just wrapping up, but I mean, you know.
We can go for another hour. If you
Yeah,
need.
we can go for another hour if you want to hang out. We could start right back at the beginning if you want.
I don't know. I need to eat dinner soon. We didn't eat dinner first because Dave opened up a pint of ice cream and downed it when he should have been saving room for dinner. So we're going to have dinner later when that's digested.
It seemed like a good idea because I poured about
Yes, I would.
pint of maple
I would
syrup into it,
love
too.
some Easter eggers. Oh.
Yes, Tyler, totally, man.
We are
Totally.
looking into buying some layer aged hens this year, but we'd also go for some. They'll start laying at the end of the year too. Nice to stagger them.
Yep.
Be good. Easter eggers.
And we will be, are you going to be, Tyler, are you going to be going to the, I don't know what to call it. It's on the May 4th
The Fur and Feather?
Fur and Feather Festival-ish thing in Deborah down there.
Desbret.
Maybe we can meet up at that.
Yeah, that's on May 4th, I think. We'll be just coming back up from Southern Ontario. So we've been having problems finding a good source of birds because everything is either going to be right before that, we're going down, or too long after that, so.
But yeah, either way, we'll get in touch, email or whatever about, because for sure Easter eggers would love some.
That's something we were talking about that we really want is Easter eggers. Some more heritage breeds too.
Yeah.
Not the brown egg chicken.
Which I don't mind. I mean, the browns that we had, like,
Yeah.
they were awesome birds.
Yeah.
Like, they followed me around everywhere
Yeah.
until the wolves ate them.
And they were very good producers.
Yeah.
For sure. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. Woo!
9 o'clock. Oh, man. This is the time of the week that really sucks. We have to say goodbye to all you guys.
Yeah.
Amanda's going to be in tears after this.
It's really hard for me
I
to
can
say
already
goodbye.
see that little cheek thing starting to develop there. Those are tears building up that you guys don't get to see.
You don't see the side of me.
Yeah.
The crying side.
Actually, that one over there, that's probably too much maple syrup mixed with ice cubes and bitters and rum. Mm. But even still, they will turn into tears. All right. It's only 6 p.m.
Oh, we got 3 more hours then.
I know. All right, guys. It's been fun.
See you next week.
Until next week. See you later.